Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's October 12th, 2022. It's an absolutely gorgeous day here in central New York. I think we're at peak color change for the fall foliage and all. I did post a video. It just went up a little while ago. Just doing a couple of drone shots with the Skydio 2. I'll do a couple more as the season ends here. The leaves are falling rapidly, so within a couple of weeks all the leaves will be off. And of course we'll have some hard frost by then as well. But it's absolutely gorgeous, and you know, it's times like this I just think about how blessed we are to live in such a beautiful part of the world and experience the four seasons that we do have. Sometimes it's a bit tough during the winter time, and the droughts during the summertime can be a real hassle. But boy, are we fortunate that we live in such a beautiful, beautiful place. Clean, fresh air. We got bodies of water around us. We got topography, the landscape around us. And having the diversity of trees and wildlife abundance here, we're just truly blessed. So yesterday, October 11th, I started harvesting some of the sweet potatoes over here. And by the way, we do have a sweet potato playlist, so if you want to go to that to see how we're growing things, because it's been getting modified each year. And actually last night, I thought about it, and I said, geez, because we always start the slips from one or two sweet potatoes in the soilless mixture, and we root those as the vines extend. I thought last night, I said, geez, you know what I'm going to do is, as I'm harvesting the rest of the sweet potatoes today, I'll grab some of the vines where they come off of the sweet potatoes themselves, where they attach there. I'll disconnect the sweet potatoes, trim off some of the vines so that I leave a couple of nodes where the leaves will be so that they can take off, and we'll start a couple of indoor plants. I think sweet potatoes are a gorgeous looking plant. The leaves are edible, so that's another plus as well. The deer love them. And so I thought about that last night. Who knows if it will work for us in this part of the country, but I thought I'd give that a try. And what else? So yesterday we got 2 of the bins. I picked up 2 more for our storage in the sugar shack, so I got 2 more bins. Hopefully we'll get those 2 filled, and if I have to, I'll go out and get another one as well. So I'm going to get started and see if I can harvest some more sweet potatoes. Fortunately, Thea came out last night and said, hey, it's time to quit. Let's have dinner. Don't overdo it. And I was overdoing it a bit. I was getting tired. This soil is much better than I thought it was going to be. And like I said, I don't know that I mentioned this, but I had turned off the water to the garden beds over here about 2 weeks ago, because we're getting a light mist rain. We're supposed to get some heavy rains, but geez, it seems like just about every day or every other day we're getting light mist and all. And that soil is really heavy. It's really holding the moisture very well. Also has quite a few rocks, so I've got lots of rocks to finish picking up down around here and all. And so I'm going to get at it and see if I can get some more of these sweet potatoes out of the ground. And maybe get some starters for next season. Here we go. Okay, so I brought over into Pepe here. I'm going to bring these over in a minute to the work area, but I'll show you some of the basic root of some of these sweet potato vines. So, and I just chop off the tops. I leave right after the nodes, so hopefully this is showing up. So there's a few here, more than enough to try and get started. We'll see if that'll work. I'll bring those over to the work area. Thea is working over there right now, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, it's time to break for lunch here. And I got one more bin of sweet potatoes. Have quite a bit more to do over here. But things are coming. Got lots of rocks out of here so far. And that's what's taken me so long, is getting the pieces of tape and the rocks out of here. And Hank likes sweet potatoes. I got to keep these things covered up so he can't get them. All right, let's get back to this after lunch. Well, this is the finishing of the sweet potatoes for 2022. Not a large bed, but big enough to get 5 bins in total. So I did 2 bins yesterday. I did one before lunch, and I just did these 2 here to finish up harvesting the sweet potatoes over here. Here's some of the rocks and they're all over here as well. A real challenge working with this bed this year. Now this is the first year that we did this bed over here. We did have a hoop trellis year before, and we did lots of layers because we had weeds and weeds and weeds that had grown up over the years inside of the hoop trellis. And so one of the things we did over a couple of years was keep laying down cardboard in here. Unfortunately, the tape wasn't removed from the cardboard, so that was a big part of what I was doing today, was digging up a lot of the tape that was in there. Probably 95% of it. There's probably still a little bit more in there, but I got it all bagged up at this point. And the other thing was that the ground is real bony over in here. So getting as many of the rocks up out of the material down below. Now the stuff on the surface of it is actually pretty good soil, but it's also very heavy and dense. I think we did a good job of making it pretty nutrient rich over the years by everything breaking down, and it's just loaded with earthworms. So I think the bed is not in bad shape at this point. I really have got to add more material to it. Some of the compost from out back, I'd like to put some more leaves into it this fall as well. And I will till it this, I'm going to try and get to tilling this fall. And the only reason is because I may end up tilling it. I may not. I may just take Elon over here and dress it up some, and then add all of the compost and material to the top of it. It's just that it's so dense and heavy down towards the base of it. What just happened there? Not sure what just happened with the gimbal there. It's so dense, the soil is so densely packed, it's almost like digging into clay. It isn't clay. So I really want to amend this soil to make it a little bit more loose, like all the rest of our beds that work out so well. So that's it for the end of day 2. I'm pretty happy with getting the sweet potatoes. This all started from 1 or 2 sweet potatoes that we started earlier. I did go ahead, and I think I showed that I took some of the sweet potato roots and pruned off the vines down to just a couple of nodes, no leaves on them. And Thea's going to pot those up, so we're going to try growing those out over the winter time. And if they grow really well, that's where we'll get our slip material from. So we'll keep the same plants going over and over again without having to send up slips from the sweet potatoes themselves that I save. So that's it for today's video. This is day 2 of the sweet potato harvest. I'm getting slow at doing this, but I'm pretty happy with the results that we got. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share it with your friends, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks so much, and have a great day. Bye-bye now.